need to mess with God's design. You're just so simple and sweet. You're just so simple.
Let's see. Alright, hey guys, it's JoyceNaomi here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thank you so much for clicking on this video. I hope you decide to stick around. So for today's video, I'm on my floor, so that's why I have my, I'm explaining it later, but I'm on the floor right now if I look shorter. But for today's video, I'm finally going to be discussing Ginny and Georgia. I finished watching the show last week, and it's just it's not that much episodes, well, maybe it is, but like I just wanted to finish it because I really want to talk about the show. And I have this on because I'm using it as a microphone so you guys can hear me better because I am on the floor. So I don't know if the camera would take up everything I'm saying, but I'm just going to let you guys know about that. And also, I was going to sit down and like do my makeup for this video and talk while I do my makeup. But I'm going to put on makeup and then just take it off after. And I'm not like a avid makeup wearer, so I did not want to go through that. So we are just going to be drawing in my notebook that I got from college. So yeah, I'm saying so a lot, aren't I? But Ginny and Georgia, we're going to be talking about that today. I'm going to try to not make this video too long because I just don't want to spoil anything for anyone. So I'm not going to try to ruin something for people. But I really want to talk about it because there's a lot of just concerns and okay, it's not that bad concerns, but just something about the show. I don't know. It really confuses you, so I just started out by drawing. What do you call this thing? Like we all used to draw in like elementary school. It's probably the only good thing I know how to draw. Ginny and Georgia. In a broad sense, Ginny and Georgia is about a family that consists of Ginny, Georgia, Austin. They moved to a pretty small town or something. Well, yeah, I guess it's a small town because most people knew each other in that town. To Wellsbury, and it's in Massachusetts. How do you say that word? Massachusetts, I think. It's a small town in Massachusetts, Wellsbury. I don't know if Wellsbury is real, actually. I should search that up. They moved to that town, and it's like basically like a new beginning. And Ginny, who is the 15-year-old, she seems pretty, how can you say it, like pretty teenager, like how you expect a teenager is when she's just picked up and moved to a different state, which we learned later on that she moves a lot, so that's probably why she's the way she is. But I wrote down a couple things here that I want to talk about, and I want to get into the main characters first and just get into, I was going to write down like a whole basically kind of script for this video, but I just wrote down like some notes and just see what comes to my head. So I want to first talk about Ginny. Ginny is the 15-year-old girl who is the daughter of Georgia and the sister of Austin. Ginny is, how do I say this? I guess you can say, no, I'm going to say she's pretty ungrateful at times. Like, it really shows like she's ungrateful, and she, most of the time, wants things to be her way. And if she doesn't get her way, it's going to be a problem for everybody else. Well, if she doesn't get her way, she mostly blames her mom, Georgia. That was like the literally the theme in the show. Like, everything's Georgia's fault. But, yeah, I don't know. Ginny is not a bad character, but I couldn't really connect with her in a way. Like, yeah, it's understandable. Her mom and dad are separated, and she's been moved around and around. So I guess the directors of the show was trying to convey that and show us that she acts the way she does because of being moved around from state to state, whatever. I get that, but I don't know. I just don't feel a connection with Ginny. And like I said, she's just so ungrateful and just so, can you say self-centered, I guess, with everything she did in the show, even what she did with her friends. I don't think I want to say that. It might spoil it. But, I don't know. She's just really Ginny. Like, it's Ginny's world, and you're just living it, basically. Basically that way. And she just needs to get what she wants, which is, like I'm saying this now because probably we all was 15 once, and maybe we were like that when we were young, but now as a 21-year-old, I just see that as really ungrateful because she just blames her mom for every single thing when she doesn't see that her mom is the one protecting her. We should normalize not really liking the main character. I feel like for shows and stuff, the main character is not always supposed to be likable. Like, basically, like, we're not supposed to like the person because they're the main character. We can even hate the main character. And for Ginny's sense, I guess we're just supposed to watch her life. Like, I don't know the feeling towards her or anything, but that's just my opinion. And I'm just gonna continue drawing really quick. I'm telling you guys, I am the worst drawer ever. Like, I'm surprised I've been past art class. Like, look at this. What is that? I'm gonna move on to Georgia. Georgia is Ginny's mom, and Georgia had Ginny when she was actually 15 years old. So you can see she's a young mom, and like Ginny's friends also have crushes on Georgia. And Georgia, I see her as really cool. Like, she's a fighter. She'll fight for who she loves, and that was mostly her kids at the time. Like, she really would go the extra mile to protect her kids and fight for them in any way she could. And I noticed that, and I get that in Jenny. Like, obviously, I'm not a mom now, but I get, not Jenny, I'm Georgia, sorry. I'm not a mom now, but I can see why Jenny sometimes gets annoyed of that, but I get how Georgia would want to just fight her children's battle, like every single battle they had. Austin, he was having this bully in school. That bully was annoying. The bully's mom was annoying, but whatever. He was getting bullied in school by this one kid, and then I don't even know how they even got away with it. Georgia took that kid who was bullying Austin in the back and like let Austin punch her in the nose, and then Georgia was like, just basically threatened him to not say anything to his mom or anything. So that's what I was trying to say. Well, I don't know why that took forever. Yeah, I feel like Georgia will like fights every battle, and she wants to be. She's trying hard to not have her kids live the lifestyle she did, because Georgia, she was like pregnant at 15 by a guy she met on the run, and she ran away with her child for a little while, and her Jenny's dad Zion couldn't see Jenny for a little while. It's a lot. I don't want to say too much because, like I said, I don't want to spoil for anyone. But basically, she just doesn't want her children living the lifestyle she did, and she had killed people and injured people to get her, like, basically to get revenge or something. So I see why Georgia's the way she is. Like, I'm telling you, Georgia, like, she did a good job. I mean, in a sense, she's dangerous to some, but she's protecting her kids. She's protecting her own. So I don't really see her as being like the worst. And Jenny just does not see that at all. Like, at all. Like, maybe one episode she started noticing that her mom is the way she is because of certain things. Like, a triggering word, but her mom got assaulted at a young age. So basically, Jenny forced that out of her mouth because, of course, Jenny was being the brat she is. I'm sorry, that's rude, but Jenny was being like the bratty and acting bratty at the moment. So she had to force that confession onto Jenny. So I guess after that, Jenny was like, "Oh, I understand," and stuff like that. But like I said, you see Georgia is the way she is because she just wants to protect her own and protect her family, and I don't see what's the problem with that, honestly. Like, Georgia, I love Georgia. She's really funny, and she's like, I don't know, they chose her really well. Okay, so next we're gonna go into Austin. I'm not gonna talk about each character as much, but I just want to get an idea of the character. So Austin is just Jenny's little brother. Um he's not really, well, he's like the main character, but I feel like at some parts he was there as a placer, I guess. Like, they just put him there to have him there, but he just wasn't. I don't know. What am I saying? He was a main character, I guess. But Austin just like, he's like the sweetest little boy. I think he's really adorable. Austin, like, he could get really angry at times, but that's just obviously if he's wronged, he would get angry. But Austin's just a little adorable kid, and he just, I don't know, he's just there. Yeah, it's sad when Georgia basically was forging letters from his dad, because Jenny and Austin does not have the same dad. Actually, Jenny's dad was a photographer. Is a photographer. He just roams around the world, whatever. And Austin's dad is in prison. That's what we know. But should I say this? Will this spoil it? What we know before Austin's dad is in prison. But I think there's something else, because later on in the show, it seemed like Georgia was trying to tell Jenny or Austin something, and then she couldn't get it out, and it got like cut off, so she didn't say anything. I don't know if Austin's dad either is in prison for something way worse to just embezzling money, or maybe dead. One of those things. So, because we know Georgia has a, repetition of killing her husbands, maybe. So, I don't know. Maybe Austin dad's in prison. Maybe. Because why would she forge letters of the dad unless he's like really, really bad or just not in the world anymore, basically. So, that's Austin. He's just, like I said, just a cute little brother, and he's there. But I want to talk about now Jenny's love interest, because this love triangle thing was
Friday, happy Friday. Good morning, Ginny. Welcome to Friday.
let me go to her friends first. So Maxine, Abby, and Nora were like the Jenny's friends, and Maxine, I don't know, Max, she seems pretty cool at time. I mean, she is that one person that would talk a lot. Yeah, she would talk a lot, but I don't know. She just seems like a really nice friend, and she took Jenny in when she noticed that Jenny was just alone or something. So she seems like pretty nice, and like she apparently she has no secrets to share towards her friend. I mean, sometimes she needed to be. I think most of them needed to be a better friend towards Abby. Honestly, I don't know. Abby, I mean, she was really jealous. Like, I did really like her because she was so jealous of Jenny, but I don't know. Abby was just going through things, so I feel like they probably needed to pay attention to her more and just like, but no, like I said, as teenagers, everyone's focused on their own problems, so no one's gonna just try to. Maybe they're just not, they're not at the mature state yet where they want to focus on other people, but everyone's just like focused on themselves, and like their problem is like really bad because they're dramatic teenagers. So I'm saying like I was a teenager like 10 years ago. But you know what I mean? Like teenagers just dramatic, and their problems are the biggest thing in the world. I'm just drawing some clouds now. She was like very abstract, very cute. That's how they were. They would just focus mostly on their own problems instead of reaching out with their friends and talk about their problems. If I had that friend group, I probably would not trust them as much, but it was a bad friend group. Like it was fun, but just secrets and the trust were just not there. It's just my opinion, but I don't see that friendship group lasting. Like, that group that is like friends like in their younger high school years, like ninth grade, 10th grade, and then probably senior year they split up. I feel like that's one of those friend groups. The whole Ming thing, basically Ming is their group name that they made up. Before was Man, and then Ginny came and they added the G, and that's why Abby was also salty because they just added Ginny in like that, but it became Ming, which is very cringe. It stands for Max, Abby, Nora, and Ginny. They just really outdid that whole thing. But I guess everyone had that group. I kind of had that group in middle school when it was just like we literally chose pieces of our name and just put it together. I don't know, but I guess I understood that. But it was just, I don't know, the friend group seems pretty, it seems fun, but it seems pretty fake at the same time. So yeah, it's one of those. Alright, so I'm gonna stop drawing for a little bit. Let's talk about Ginny's love interest. So Marcus and Hunter. Whew, I have a lot to say about them. I feel like most of the things I have to say about them is like definitely unpopular opinions, but it just has to be said. So Marcus, I see him. He's really good looking. I know Marcus. He's 22, so before anyone says anything, he's 22 in real life. So he's not actually that age in the show. He's not actually that age in real life. He's 22. I checked Wikipedia. So Marcus, the way they knew each other, basically, I just think is creepy. I mean, I don't know. I never had that experience, but just having a guy you barely know walk through your window and just, it's weird. I don't know. It's weird. And they did what they did when he first walked through. It's weird. I don't know. I think it's just so. It's just a weird. I don't know. It's really weird how they just started dating. And basically, I feel like Jenny cheated. The weird dynamic of how they started to date or whatever, Marcus and Jenny. Hunter, he's pretty sweet boy. I mean, it's so sad how he's basically just bullied on the show. Well, bullied like on TikTok and stuff, because how he is. Like, yeah, he's very cringy. Like the Friday video.
Friday, good morning, Ginny. Welcome to Friday.
That's a serial killer in the making. The respect for a guy, and I feel like guys like that are considered weird when maybe they're just being respectful. And you can see that in the show when Ginny sent like a scandalous picture to Hunter, and then he will just stop texting, and then later on we find out he was just wanting to be respectful of it. You had Marcus basically doing the most with that one picture. So I don't know, Hunter's, I mean, most times he did anger me a lot. The part when him and Jenny got in an argument about who's been the more oppressed or something like that, that, I don't know, it kind of angered me in that way. Like, he was waiting to say those words to Jenny, probably. He was waiting. So he was like blurring out stereotypes, like he was waiting for that. But a lot of these characters in the show are, like, you just can't relate to them, honestly. Maybe you can. Like, Jenny, I can't relate to her. Like, how she ended up at a new school and already is, like, in a love triangle with two guys. Can't relate. So, if I'm team Marcus or Hunter, I don't know. Because, like I said, both of the guys were just had their flaws in their own way. Marcus, he basically just, like, was fine with cheating. Like, he cheated on Padma, who's his girlfriend or whatever. I don't know, but... And Jenny cheated on Hunter. I don't know. Their relationship is just built on cheating. I don't know if I see that relationship lasting in season 2. Maybe we'll see it growing, but I don't know. And Hunter was just, he needed to do better. Like, I feel like he needed just to defend Ginny even more. Like, when their friend Brock, whatever his name is, I don't really care about him. They were annoying, his friend group, but whatever his name is, Brody, that dude who wore the Stranger Thing dress at the Halloween party. But Brody, he said, like, I'm surprised you can't twerk Ginny or something like that. And all the Hunter did was, like, dude. Like, yeah. Like, basically that. And I feel like he should have done more, because that is your girlfriend. But I digress. Yeah, I don't know if I'm team Marcus or Hunter. It's really hard to choose. Maybe season 2, if we get one, we'll see. Okay, I'm not going to say mature, because at the end of the day, they're still 10th graders, and there's so much maturing you can do in 10th grade. But we'll see what happens in season 2, because the ending of season 2 was very, just like the icing on the cake, basically. I don't know how, like, I have an idea how it's going to play out. I don't know. I don't want to spoil the end, actually. I'm not going to spoil the end, but the ending, like, the last episode, that's when everything was just, like you just got all the secrets just finally out there, and that is basically my little thought of Ginny and Georgia. I think I'll give this show like 8.5 out of 10. There's a lot of growing that the characters can do in development, but I feel like there's so much to talk about, but I just don't want to talk about a lot of it. Oh, I forgot. I do want to say, Bracia, she deserved more screen time. I'm not even joking. Like, she does not have to be only on screen when it's convenient for the other characters. Like, she needs to have her own screen time. This goes back to also with Bonnie. I know this is random, but Bonnie in Vampire Diaries, Bonnie needed her own storyline, just like Rachel needed her own storyline. Like, they can't just be there to aid their white friends. They need, or like Bracia was just there to, like, knock Ginny and, like, be like, you're black too. Like, where's your black side? Basically, Bracia was just there for that, and I just want to hear more of her story. So, hopefully, season 2 we get to know more about her, but just, if we show the black character or something, it's always just there to make the other person better, just make them look better. But, yeah, that is a show. Sorry this was a weird way of explaining it. I don't want to say too much because of spoilers, but if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. If you have another show, like, there's so much shows I want to talk about. Like, there's shows like Grand Army. I want to talk about that show. I liked it, but I just didn't like the ending. Oh, my thing's turning red. And, sorry, just talking. Hey guys, sorry, my camera just had no space on it. So, instead of just adding a new one, I'm just going to finish this off on my phone because I was basically done. But, if you want me to talk about more shows like Grand Army, Blood and Water, The Vampire Diaries is going to be a long video, but I really want to talk about that one just because I have a lot of questions on that show. Yeah, let me know. And I didn't think I was going to watch Ginny and Georgia because the way the show, people would talk about the way the show was like, what is it, like a Never Have I Ever production. If you watch that show, the show was not bad, but it seemed like that type of production, so I did think it was like a serious show. But when you watch the show, it's like a mixture of comedy and just really dark aspects of the show, which really you would not expect there with the show, because it had, like I said, that Never Have I Ever production was like the way it's filming and stuff. But it was a really good show. So yeah, if you guys want to see me talk about more of the show or more of Ginny and Georgia, like a full review one, then let me know and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.